sheer number of CFC agencies that make a difference to our community and to our world is truly impressive. It seems there's a CFC agency that offers a positive solution for almost every problem that affects people, and animals for that matter.
The West Sound Wildlife Shelter is the Western Puget Sound's only wildlife hospital and live animal education center. If there's an injured, orphaned, or sick wild animal anywhere in the Western Puget Sound, there's nowhere for that animal to get care except for right here. Last year we had 722 patients, ranging from bald eagles down to little field mice and everything in between. Herons, cormorants, deer, fawns, baby raccoons, just about every species you can think of. We don't have an agenda. We don't pick and choose who's worthy and who's not. If an animal needs care, we care for it. It's that simple. We're funded nearly entirely by donations from people. We get very little funding from the government, a small amount from the county, a small amount from the city, but all the rest of it comes from people who care about wild animals and want to give them a second chance. Our live animal education program is unique and powerful. It features 2 owls and 2 crows. These 4 animals are animals that were injured by human activity that are now not able to survive on their own in the wild, so they live here with us.
I've been a volunteer here at the shelter for 3 years. I've been on staff for about a year, and my husband and I are retired military and have been contributing to the CFC for 25, almost 30 years now, and I've had occasions to see many times when their funds have been put to good use.
I've been contributing to CFC now for about 30 years, and it's important to me to contribute to animal welfare groups. All the pets I've had have come from a rescue group or have been supported by rescue groups. It helps keep the animals off the streets so I don't get bitten when I'm out doing my job during the day. And even some of them are trained to help support the troops when they come back, the ones that are injured. So thank you very much for your contributions.
Most service organizations couldn't operate without volunteers. Bob Fletcher is a retired shipyard employee who volunteers with a local senior nutrition program.
I volunteered to deliver meals for seniors after my parents and my mother-in-law utilized the program as they got into their senior years. They couldn't make their own meals at home, but they didn't want to go to assisted care. Most of us just wanted to stay in our own homes, and that's what they did. Meals delivered to their door allow them a warm, nutritious dinner on a daily basis. When I saw how effective the program was for them, I decided that when I retired, I wanted to volunteer to deliver the meals as long as I could.
I don't know what I'd do without them because I just can't stand and cook.
In addition, they do have meal sites where the seniors can come to the meals. This allows them to get out into the community where they can socialize with other people and enjoy their lives a little bit more.
The U.S. government deploys military personnel around the world in support of humanitarian missions as well as into combat zones. It also sends the Peace Corps to underdeveloped countries to help people live healthier lives. Eric Harrison, one of our engineers here at PSNS and IMF, tells his story about how 2 years in the Peace Corps changed his life and inspired the founding of a very worthwhile organization based right here in Bremerton.
I choose to donate to the CFC campaign because I was lucky enough to be born in the United States where basic human necessities like clean water are delivered to our homes every day. I was in the Peace Corps of Honduras as a water and sanitation engineer for over 2 years. During my time there, one particular village came and woke me up every day, knocking on my door, begging me to come to their village. Their village was 3 hours walking distance from where I was at. I eventually made it to their village to create the design and study for their water system. These villagers wanted water so bad that they hand dug trenches over 9 miles long. Water and sanitation provided the materials such as pipeline, bags of cement, and rebar, but the men of this village did all the construction to make this project happen. The community invited me back for the inauguration of the water system. I was greeted with happy children, happy families, and a plaque, and also later that night there was dancing and the party went on well into the evening. I was overwhelmed with joy to see the effect on not only the children, but the women in the family. At one point during the inauguration, one of the older women picked up a clay pot, one that she used to walk to a nearby river to gather water. She picked it up over her head and threw it onto the ground. The pot shattered into a million pieces, and that was to signify that never again would she have to walk to a river to get her water. The sad fact is, there are many more villages out there that lack clean drinking water. And there are many children every day that are dying from diarrhea diseases because they don't have clean drinking water. 100% of your donations are used to purchase materials for projects in third world countries.
I've been a CFC contributor for over 10 years now. I like the opportunity of being able to give to people in my community and around the world. Those people who have needs that I can't touch personally, but I know that my contribution will help someone.
If you could have one wish, what would it be? Make-A-Wish Foundation is an organization that grants a wish for a child with a life-threatening illness every 40 minutes. Deborah Evans, a painter in Shop 71 at the Bangor site, shares her 11-year-old son's story and his one wish.
Nick was born 3 months early, and he suffered from cerebral palsy because of a lack of oxygen. We just gotten back from a Make-A-Wish trip that was also part of the CFC. We went 6 days and 5 nights to Sesame Street in Philadelphia, where it was all paid for. We received air flight, hotel. They even paid for a nurse to travel along with us to help out in his medical needs and his tube feeding and just lifting him onto the plane and out. I mean, the people that was part of the volunteers for Make-A-Wish, they were there at the airport with signs and balloons. It just took the stress out of everything. It was just knowing that people care like that, and it was like the best trip I've ever had. I have been contributing to the CFC for the last 12 years. It's my way of giving back to the agencies that has helped me, my son, and kids like my son.
Imagine what our world would be like if these safety net organizations didn't exist. They make a tremendous difference. So it's critical, isn't it, that we all pull together to support the organizations that support us, especially in these difficult economic times. I am honored to be the chairman for this 2009 CFC campaign, and I and the rest of the CFC team want to sincerely thank you for all the times you've donated quietly and consistently over the years. You are the behind-the-scenes heroes who empower these organizations to improve the lives of those less fortunate. And if you've never contributed to CFC, why not give it a try this year? Give whatever you can, because together our gifts will add up to a better life for us all. And it's needed this year, now more than ever.